Wouldn't it be great if you could create a beautiful, high-quality landing page that converted like crazy and you didn't end up having to pay this, super expensive, overpriced developer or designer? You could do it with no coding experience, no design flair of your own, or maybe not even any online marketing experience. You just know you want to grow your list, you want to get people onto your webinar or to sell your products, whatever it may be, and you need a landing page. So I'm going to show you how to do it so easily, like 10 minutes to put this thing together. And I'm going to do it with my favorite software for this type of thing, Clickfunnels. And there are plenty of options out there, but Clickfunnels is what I hand down recommend the most.
All right, here we are in Clickfunnels. I'm going to dive into this tutorial, but I'm going to keep it pretty short because I know when you come to YouTube, you're looking for how to make a page. You want a quick tutorial and you want to get to making your page in Clickfunnels. You don't want this 30-minute monster going through every single thing. So I'm only going to go through the essential items to making a simple landing page so you can immediately get started without the confusion. We can go in more depth later on how to use all of the great features that ClickFunnels has. So let me show you what the end result look like. Actually, this is the guide. Here you go. This is the end result. So this is a page that my business partner, Bobby, who's the co-founder of Laptop Empires with me, his wife made this. She's starting a new YouTube channel and she had this printable that you could print it out, put it in a frame and, decorate your home very beautifully on a budget. And so this was a giveaway that she was doing for her brand new YouTube channel. She had zero experience with ClickFunnels. I basically showed her exactly what I'm showing you right now. She got to work, and within 15 minutes, she had this great page. It works great on desktop like this, and it works great on mobile as well, and I'll show you that in a second. And you can collect name, email, and download. And basically, this connects to her email marketing software. She uses ActiveCampaign just like we do, and it delivers this freebie to the people who signed up, adds them to her email list, and now she's able to market to them. So creating this was actually incredibly simple, and she did it with no experience in the internet marketing world or using ClickFunnels at all. And so you're going to go into ClickFunnels. You're going to go here on the top right to where it says ClickFunnels, and you're going to choose funnels, and that's going to pull up this page I'm already on, which is your funnels page. Okay, and inside of this account, you'll be able to see all the different funnels that you have, what you're using. You'll even be able to create new ones. And all you do is you go to add funnel and you're going to have two options here. Now, I usually use the classic funnel builder, but you have these different options now. You can go to the start cookbook thing, which is a new feature they have where you can actually choose from the different types of pages that you would want. So this is a really great place to start if you're wanting to do a certain type of thing, right? So tripwire funnel, maybe you have a webinar. Over here, you can choose webinar, product launch, the ask funnel. There's all these different things that you want to do. A lead magnet funnel is what we're doing, right? There are tons of things that you can do. And so if there's a specific thing you want, like you have a video sales letter, then you can come here and you can choose this. And it's going to give you more information. You can watch this video from the owner of ClickFunnels. It's going to tell you how many pages, how long it takes to make, what the steps are, and it's even going to give you a bunch of templates, both free templates and paid templates. Now, you don't really need to go here and use these paid templates. You can create an incredible thing on your own using a free one. So I don't recommend doing that unless you really want to, but I would rather put that money into a developer. Now, so you can do that. You can select that way. Or you can go through and do kind of the way I do, add a new funnel, go to a classic funnel builder, and choose what you need, webinar, collecting emails, sell products, or custom. And so I'm just going to say example. Oh, already over the mix. All right, easy fix. And now we're back in. And it's as simple as that to create your first funnel. Now, when it loads up, it's going to give you the standard opt-in and thank you page. But what you'll be able to do up here at the top is choose the different types of pages you want. Sales page, webinar, membership site, opt-in. We just want email opt-in. And then we can go and you can either scroll all the way down to the bottom and choose a blank page, or you can just choose a template. And so we saw Coral's funnel a second ago, and all she did was take a template. I believe she took this one right here, which we can preview. She took this and she edited it. She just removed a bunch of different things from it and then made it look like she wanted until this is where she got. And so you're going to select, what it is you want. You can choose any of these. So I might go, and say, okay, this is great. This one shows a book. I'm giving away a book. You're going to load it up. You're going to choose Edit Page. And here you go. You can start editing this however you want to have buttons and all the different things that you might want. Now, I'm going to take you over to Corals and show you some interesting things here. So she's built it, but you might see how it says desktop only, desktop only. That's because we have a desktop version and a mobile version. So if you go here to the top left, you can see desktop, mobile. And so when you click on mobile, you can see we've created this for mobile. And it's the same thing, but what we did is we adjusted it so that this headline and this, for a preview here, we wanted this headline and this image and the button to all show up without scrolling on mobile, so it's more effective and converts higher, especially when we run paid traffic, right? We also, because in order to do that, we had to get rid of these opt-in boxes. So we actually did a pop-up. And so you can create a pop-up as well. And so it's very easy, to create a pop-up by going up here, going to edit settings and starting to mess with the pop-up. And we'll get to that in a second, but I just wanted you to understand why it says mobile only and all this kind of stuff first. So we're going to work out of desktop mode. And first you need to know the basics. You see this green thing over here? These are sections. These are the big pieces of the page, right? Then you've got rows. That's these blue ones. And rows can have one column like this. They can have two columns like this. They can have 4 or 5 columns. And so you can hit this little blue plus sign and you can add however many column or sidebar sections. So if you wanted to actually build a website on here, you could. And you can also add rows from up here. And then you have elements. That's these orange ones, okay? And the elements are the things inside. And these are drag and drop, right? These are the things that are inside of the rows. They're the actual pieces. So you can grab the rows, you can move sliders to move these things around, shape them how you want, and then you add the various elements that you want to add. So if we wanted to add something underneath this image, if we wanted to add, or maybe we want to add a headline above, we can click this orange plus sign and we can choose, okay, cool, here's a headline. And we can click on it, we can type whatever it is that we want. You can change it to bold, italics, all of that. You can click this gear and you can change text color. You can do all kinds of things here. You can text color, font size. You can change the actual font if you want. You can change the margin. See how it moves it up and down. So you can change the margin. You can go into advanced, and there's even more settings: line height, spacing, adding borders, all kinds of stuff. And you can get it just the way you want it. You can fully customize it. As you can see, she did here, using this what looks like handwriting type text and then this bolder text. She was able to add some character to her page, make it stand out, and you can do that as well. It looks really nice. It's very upgraded. So it's as simple as that to add an element. Now you can go in, you can change these, or if you want to get rid of it, I can copy it here or I can delete it. All right, you can move it, you can change the settings, whatever it is that you want to do. So it's very easy to add an element. And there's all kinds of things that you can do for elements. You can add text, you can add images, you can add a pop-up image, you can add video, and video is so easy. You can literally just take your YouTube link, the YouTube URL, and drop it in there, and it'll embed the player. You can do a pop-up video, so that way you see it, and when you click on it, it pops up and takes a bigger chunk of the screen. Audio, you can add buttons, you can add input boxes, you can add countdown timers, all of this stuff here, progress bars, navigation bars, social share buttons, privacy notices. You can add custom, blocks of custom code if you'd like to do that. And everything is sorted up here as well if you want to look at it, by section, or you can scroll the way that I just did. So the big thing with the builder is just adding the elements and moving them around the way you want, with the look you want. And you can create different rows if you need 3 rows, because you want to add something a certain way, or 4 columns in a row. You can do that, but it's just playing around with it until you get the design you want. But the really important part is understanding how the buttons work, okay? So you can add a button as an element, but when you pull up the button settings, you can see here, set action. You can add whatever you want for your text. You can even go into advanced and add. You can see how that button kind of rocks back and forth. You can add the button effect, which is pretty cool. There's all kinds of animations. You can make it only appear after a certain amount of time. You can choose themes for your buttons. There's all kinds of things you can do. But the most important thing is setting the action. And so you click this button and you're going to have options. You can have it submit order, submit form, open the pop-up, Facebook opt-in, which is brand new, go to website URL, or go to the next step in the funnel. So remember if we exit out of here, you can see here there's the other steps in the funnel. Now, what you can also do is if you want to go not to the next step in the funnel, but you want to go to a specific URL, you can actually go here on submit go to. And so you can make it so that when you set the button to submit here, you use that option. As soon as you hit the button and submit the information, it'll send them to whatever URL you want. Whereas if it's just go to the next step in the funnel, this would be like if you want a button where they click it to go to the next page, right? That's what you would do. If you want to open the pop-up, you would do open pop-up. But if you want to collect information like name and email, you have to use submit form. Okay? That's the only way that you're actually going to collect the information. The other thing that's really important is you've got all kinds of options you can have here. Let's click on this name one, right? Look at all these different things that you can collect. Addresses, numbers, names, all kinds of stuff. But a button will not work if it does not have an email opt-in, okay? So here, Coral's collecting name and email. She could collect just email if she wanted, but she could not collect just name. The button won't work without the email address. So you need to have this email one. You'll notice that it says required. Okay, you're going to put that right above the button. And now if you wanted other ones below it, like phone number or something, you could do that. But you need this in order for the button to work. Now you can add another one, name. We have name here. Now you can make this not required or you can make it required. I recommend you make it required. But if you don't have that email, the button's not going to work. Now, if you do a pop-up, like on mobile, you'll notice that this button, the action is set to open pop-up. So we go to settings, okay? And it shows the pop-up. This is fully customizable, just like the rest of the page. You'll notice name, email, it's required. And then this button, this is the one that's actually submitting the information, is set to submit form. So it's that simple. That's how you make all these changes. You can design your page however it is that you want. It just takes a little bit of playing with it and coming up with a design you're happy with. Always make sure you save your changes. I'm not doing it here because I don't want to mess up your page, but you're only going to be able to use this if you're only going to see these updates when you save. If you exit out of here or something happens, you don't save, you're going to lose your work. It's going to be super frustrating because it does not auto-save. A couple other things to keep in mind before you get started or before you're done. Go to settings and you can go to integrations and you can actually integrate your email list. So if you're collecting info, you can see she chose her ActiveCampaign account, added to list, and the free printable list. So you can add them to the list that you want. It's very important. You can also do this with something like Zapier, but their native integration works really well. You got the metadata piece, so you can change, like up here it says get free home printable on the tab at the top, name, social image, description, whatever. So this is all that metadata. You can add it in, put whatever you want. If not, it's going to have the defaults, and you don't want that. You can add tracking codes. So if you're using the Facebook ads pixel and that sort of thing, you can put that here. And then the last piece, if you go to the bottom to general, not only can you save the page as a template to use later if you like your page, but you're going to want to make sure you go to affiliate badge and hide. Because if you don't, when you get your page, when you load it, you're going to see this little thing here that says get ClickFunnels, and it's kind of cheesy looking. We don't want you to have to worry about that. We don't want you to have that on your page. So when you're done, you click save and you'll be able to start using it. It's as simple as going here, grabbing this URL. And if you're not happy with this URL, you don't want to use the ClickFunnels URL, you can actually download the Clickfunnels plugin inside of WordPress, which is going to allow you to use a custom URL with your own domain. It looks really nice, it's very easy to use, and it looks a lot more professional than using that .clickfunnels.com URL. So, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments. See you next week.
And that's it. That's how easy it is to create a beautiful, high-converting landing page with ClickFunnels. Obviously, you can use any of their templates, or you can do what we did and create one custom just the way that we showed you in the video. But If you want to make it even easier and you just want to steal our funnel and start using it, just change out the text, change out the image, and all you got to do is go in the description, use our affiliate link to get ClickFunnels. You're going to get 14 days free, and then we will give you all of our templates so you can just drop it into your account and start using it for your campaigns, knowing that it's going to convert from day one because we have tested the ever-living hell out of it. Now that we're done, and before you go do that, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We want to make sure that you don't miss a single episode of the Laptop Empire show. We will be back again next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, like we are every Tuesday. You can also check out all of our other videos at the Laptop Empire's channel. See you next week.